Hello students, today we will start the topic nominal and real national income. So far you have already done measurement of national income, the three methods of measuring national income. Now we are coming towards the last few topics of this chapter, measurement of national income. Hence, let us start with the concept of nominal and real national income. So, the concept of nominal and national income. National income, when it is estimated at the prevailing prices, that is prices of the current year, it is called nominal national income or money or monetary national income. But when the national income is measured on the basis of some fixed price, that is to say the price of prevailing at a particular point of time, it is better to say here the price of a previous year. So it is written price by taking a base year, that is the previous year is therefore called the base year. Then such an estimation of national income is national income at constant prices, and it is called real national income. Now what are we getting from this? That you have learned the three methods of calculating national income, but the national income, that is the value of goods and services, final goods and services produced, is valued at prices of current year, as in the case of nominal national income, or the goods and services are valued at the prices of a previous year, which is the base year. So this is what differentiates nominal from real national income. So going further to understand a little bit more in detail national income at current prices, that is nominal national income. The definition says this, here it is given, the point here given is also the definition, a little more briefly stated, and this is the definition again. So let us just read through in order to see the explanation that is given here. It is the money value of all final goods and services produced by normal residents of a country in a year, measured at the prices of the current year. All goods and services, final goods and services produced by normal residents. Why? Because it is a national income concept. You have learned about this. When it is a national income aggregate, it is a national concept. That means it is including all production of goods and services of normal residents. So for example, national income of 2017-18, the current year, is estimated at the prices of the same year. Then it is termed as national income at current prices or nominal national income. Now, but nominal national income does not prove to be a satisfactory estimation or measure, because true picture of economic growth is not given through nominal national income, as it may increase due to rise in price level without any change in physical output. As we are saying that national income of 2017-18 is estimated at the current year prices. So if the current year has an inflation, a high inflation, or price is rising, then the national income of that current year will show an economic growth which is higher as compared to the previous years, but this growth may be entirely due to rise in price level without any change in physical output, that is not much change in the output level of the economy. Therefore, in order to eliminate the effect of price change, national income is also estimated at constant prices. Now because nominal national income may only rise because of price change or price rise, it becomes necessary here to estimate national income at constant prices as well, as we stated here already. So this happens when the money value of final goods and services produced by normal residents in a year, measured at prices of base year. So that is the previous year. base year, the base year here is the normal year without price fluctuations. The base year concept was introduced to you in class 11 itself in statistics, the chapter of index number. So, base year is a year where either there should not be inflation or falling prices, which is deflation. So, it is a year where prices are stable. So, such a year is taken to be a base year. So, when national income is to be calculated at constant prices, at the prices of a previous year, such an year is chosen, which is the base year, which is a normal year without price fluctuations. So, now in India 2011-2012 is taken as the base year. So, whatever calculations are done for current years, whether it is 2017-18 or 2018-19, it will be done on the basis of the base year prices 2011-2012 to find out real national income. So, for example, national income of 2017-18 at the prices of 2011-12. So, if the value of goods and services produced, all final goods and services produced, is estimated by taking the prices of those goods and services which were prevalent in the year 2011 and 12, then such a national income will be called real national income or national income at constant prices. Why it is real? Because it shows the true economic growth as it increases due to increase in output level. Now, since we have eliminated the effect of price change, we are calculating the national income of a current year, national income of current year with reference to the price of the base year or a previous year, which is 2011 and 12. So, that means we are not considering the price change, we are calculating the current year's output level at the prices of a base year. Hence, it will show the increase in the output level only, and it will portray the true economic growth of the economy. So, real national income, or let us just substitute for national income, let us say GDP or GNP. Real GDP, real GNP means it is the current GDP or GNP which is estimated at the prices of a base year, will show the increase in output level. Now, let us understand these concepts, these two concepts of nominal and real national income a little more in detail with the help of illustrations. Okay, but then before just going to the next slide, I hope you have understood this point here. You know that the first concept is nominal national income, just explained, which is also called money or monetary. You just make a note of it. It is monetary national income. Why? Because it reflects more of price changes. But real national income is without price change. It shows the real growth, or it shows the increase in output level, whereas nominal is monetary national income because it changes merely due to price rise. It's not that it will not change, there will not be any change in physical output. It can be both, it can be price rise and change in physical output both, but mostly nominal national income is an inflated value, as it is a value which is based on price rise, which is more influenced by price rise. Okay, so let us go to the next slide. We measure national income at the price of base year in order to know the true economic performance, as national income at current prices may give a misleading picture of economic performance if the prices are continuously rising or falling. So, to say that with high rate of inflation, nominal national income may create a false sense of economic growth. I think you can relate this sentence with the GDP rate that we have seen over the past few decades. The GDP rate had been 8% to 9% in the previous years, which is mostly driven due to inflation. So nominal national income shows many times a growth or national income uh, which is solely due to price rise. So okay, so now let us understand this very hypothetical table or schedule which gives you taking into consideration some values and commodities to understand how to differentiate or understand the importance of the current national income and the real national income. So as now this is assumed, these commodities, these quantities and these prices are insignificant. The concept is more important. So the significance here lies with the concept that you have to grasp and understand. So let's just assume for simplicity that 3 commodities are there in the economy, and the quantities produced of the commodities in the current year. Now the current year is 2017-18 in our example, and the base year is 2011-12. The quantities of output of the 3 commodities is Q1 in the current year. Price in the current year is P1. The prices of each of the commodities is given. Base year prices has been also recorded here, which is given here, assumed as these prices. Then so on the basis of this we calculate the market value at current price. So this is the national income. So when we are calculating GDP is the total market value of all final goods and services. So we have assumed 3 goods for simplicity. So we are finding out the market value of current price. So in other words, we are just considering it to be national income at the current price. So market value national income at current price Q1 into P1, because we know in order to find out the value of market value of a commodity, it is quantities of the commodity into per unit price of the commodity. So when we do that and we find out the sum total, we get the market value in the current year. Similarly, we do it with the base year prices. So quantities of the current year with prices of the base year. So we get the market value with respect to base year prices. Now you see here the quantity is not changing, but the prices are of 2 different sets of time period, 2 time periods. So the market value in the current time period, the market value in the base year time period. So this is the nominal national income, rupees 20,000, and this is the real or constant price national income, which is 12,000. Now what is significant here, the difference, although the quantum of good is the same, the difference is because of the price variation, the difference in the prices. So the market value is different because the prices have risen in the current year from the previous years. So as you see here, national income of 2017-18 at current year prices is rupees 20,000, and at base year prices it is rupees 12,000 for the same level of output. The difference of 8,000 is not real. It is merely due to rise in price. As we have seen here, as the prices have risen, the quantum is same, the same goods having the output level, the same quantum measured at base year prices gives a total market value of 12,000, but the same quantum of goods at the current year prices, because when the prices have risen due to inflation, so it gives a totally different market value which is higher. So national income at current price is higher than national income at constant price. So nominal is higher than real only on account of the price rise. So this does not give a true picture of economic growth. What does not give a true picture of economic growth? The market value at current price, because it shows 20,000, whereas the real value of it is only 12,000. The 20,000 value of the current year's national income is an inflated value. Hence, real growth of an economy can be measured only through national income at constant prices. Let's go ahead to one more illustration I want to explain you here, so that you can get this concept of real national income or real GDP. Now we have just switched to the aggregate. Previously we said it is real national income, now we are saying it's real GDP. That's okay. As I said, you can substitute one for the other. So either you can say real national income or real GDP, that's fine. Now real GDP rises only when output rises. That we have made clear in the previous points of explanation. When real GDP is estimated, we take into consideration the same way what we did in the previous illustration. The commodities are given. It is assumed that there are 3 commodities, and now here one more, in order to understand this concept of real GDP, how it shows real growth or rise in output, we take prices also constant. So commodities are 3 in number, quantities of the 3 commodities in the previous year or the base year, the prices are given. Now prices are not changing, but the quantum of the goods has changed in the current year. The current year 2017-18, you see here that the quantum has changed. Quantity of all the 3 goods produced has increased, whereas the prices are same. Now what is the difference that we see? In the previous year, which is the base year, the value of the 3 goods in total gives you the GDP market price, because we know, we have already said, it is the final market value of final goods and services produced in an economy in an accounting year. So taking into consideration the value of the 3 goods, market value of 3 goods, we get the total market value 5,000, which is the real GDP here. Because why? The price has not changed. Now the price has not changed here. In the current year also, you see, we get the market value of each good and then the sum total, the aggregate market value, which is the GDP-MP. So this is the real value. Why? Because there is no price fluctuation. So in both the years, what we see, that the GDP has increased from a market value of 5,000 to 9,000. Why? Because the output level of the economy has increased, that is the quantum produced of the 3 goods that is mentioned here has increased. So similarly, for the whole economy, if the quantum produced of all goods and services, all final goods and services increases, then there will be a real growth, economic growth, which will be shown by the value of the real GDP or the real national income. So I hope so far you have understood what is nominal national income and what is real national income, or in other words, nominal GDP and real GDP. So you will go through these topics once more, and the PDF format of the video will also be there for you to read through and understand the topics once more. Now the next video, which will be in continuation to this concept that we have just learned about nominal and real national income, the next video will be talking about the numerical problems and the application of these concepts of nominal and real national income. Okay.